Hello, my name is Andrew. Welcome to the channel. Today we are talking about a scientific way to stay consistent with tasks that you want to achieve. Have you ever struggled to stay motivated and follow through with tasks that you want to achieve? Maybe you start off strong, but after a few days, the fun of it, the excitement disappears, and you rely on fleeting moments of motivation for you to continue this task, but inevitably go back into old and bad habits. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. We all do this. The brain has a natural tendency to jump from stimuli to stimuli, to want to find more excitement and distraction. It's a natural occurrence. But the good news is there is a way for us to stop using just sporadic motivation to get things done and actually consistently achieve the tasks that you want to achieve. If you've been on YouTube for a while, you've probably heard this statement over a billion times, but bear with me, I have some scientific-based solutions that you probably haven't heard before that can help you with this kind of stuff coming up. The key term is consistent discipline and willpower are key to achieving your goals. As I said, you've probably heard that a lot. Instead of relying on sporadic bursts of motivation, we have to learn to follow through by exercising discipline and willpower to stick with tasks every single day. But as you know, relying solely on willpower can be tough because the mind develops a tolerance to stimuli, a tolerance to this dopamine that we are experiencing. That's why it's important to use the natural tendencies that we have innately to follow through instead of relying on willpower to battle our brain every time we want to do something. This is ineffective and a waste of energy. Believe it or not, boredom can be your ally, because as we consume more of something, our enjoyment of it tends to decline. This can be seen using short form content as an example, such as TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels, which I'm an absolute sucker for, by the way, where you enjoy it at first, but over time it gets worse and worse and worse, and you end up not even enjoying it, and you're just sitting there bored and not knowing what to do. So instead of trying to overcome boredom, we can actually use it to help us follow through on the tasks that you want to achieve. One technique that can help manage cravings and temptations and stay focused on tasks is called urge surfing. It was developed in addiction psychiatry, used to treat people with addiction and their cravings. It involves tolerating the craving that we have for a different activity when trying to be involved in this activity. So there are 5 different steps that you use within urge surfing that can help you with these cravings and start to develop this system in your body to acknowledge cravings but let them pass. Number 1 is identifying the physical sensation in your body. Where does it feel most intense? Leaning in on that and recognizing where in your body is telling you to do this other thing. That's step number 1. Step number 2 in urge surfing is focusing on that sensation in that specific part of the body. Now that you have this area in mind, focus on that exact sensation and lean into it. Keep acknowledging and recognizing that it's an internal part of your body and a natural tendency that's happening to you right now. Step number 3 is to notice your breathing. So we were looking at our sensations in our body. Now we want to go and draw into our breathing and notice our breath for the next 1 to 2 minutes. And then step number 4 is closely tied to this. After noticing the breath, we want to refocus on the body part that was affected before, or the part of our body where it was most intense. And with every breath, we want to see this being lessened. The weight of this sensation wants to be lessened every time we breathe. And then step number 5 is to stay curious and present and ride the wave of the urge with your breathing. And then afterwards, congratulate yourself, giving it a little positive association afterwards, being like, yes, I did it. And then continuing to do this over and over again when these urges come up, so you can have that positive reward circuitry involved and recognize these tendencies in your body, so you realize that they are just that, tendencies, and they're not things you have to act on. They're things you just acknowledge and let go. Now, remember, this is going to be really hard at first, especially if you haven't had a lot to do with meditation or mindfulness practices before. But remember, the key to success is small steps and trying to implement this where you can, and not being too upset with yourself if it doesn't work the first time. It's about practice and recognizing your own behaviors and recognizing those natural tendencies until you're able to just let them go in the future. Over a long period of time, you'll create this response mechanism that is perfect for you, that will allow you to continue the task that you want to do. So the next time you're struggling to stay motivated, try incorporating urge surfing into your routine. And remember, consistent discipline, starting small, and a bit of boredom are the keys to achieving those long-term goals and the tasks that you want to achieve. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. Please consider liking and subscribing if you like this video. I have another video that delves further into the dopamine circuitries and how that affects our brain, our motivation, and that'll be on screen now. If you're not going to that, I will see you on the next one. Thanks.